What is it about this character, Breacher, that made you want to go through everything you had to go through to become him?
Well, I think that whenever I do a movie, I try to do as much work as I can in order to portray the character the right way. But I think that David Ayer, the director, actually insisted to go beyond the normal working. And he insisted that we spend as much time as possible with the LA SWAT team to study them carefully, to see how they move into buildings, how they bridge doors, how they not shoot each other but catch the enemy, and how they gracefully, like ballet, move around these buildings and these rooms without getting in each other's way. So to me, I think this was one of the most helpful things to prepare myself for that and to do exactly what he recommended. And I think that's what you see also in the movie.
And how do you describe Breacher? Who is he?
Well, he's a father figure and a leader of a SWAT team, of a DEA drug enforcement, elite drug enforcement team that infiltrates and busts drug cartels. That's their job. That's what they've been doing for years and decades. And he has this extraordinary team around him. But in order to get the job done, they've spent so much time in that dark world that they themselves started crossing the line and started going into the dark world.
They are flawed as well, all of them.
They're very flawed, yes.
Now, I understand you're a big fan of David's directing style. What is that on the set like? How does he make you become these characters?
Well, I think that the thing that he does is, after extensive rehearsing and practice and all this stuff, he leaves you alone. So that's number one, which is great. Jim Cameron does the same thing. It's just, you're the actor, you do the acting, I do the writing, I'm the writer and the director, so I do my work, you do your work, and we're going to be fine. And so that's the way it works. But I think that it starts with the writing. He just writes very realistic. He does not write kind of like what's the typical Hollywood way of solving problems in a movie. He writes the way the real world works. And even when you see violence, he does not kind of sugarcoat it. He just really shows it the way it is. And that's why the movie is a very violent movie and sometimes very gross with the scenes that you see, because it's very realistic.
I asked him what the budget for Blood was. He says he broke the budget, the blood budget.
The blood budget, there was a lot of blood.
Excellent.
Yeah, I don't know yet. We have to figure out who used more blood. Was it him or John Milius in Conan the Barbarian?
Made in Hollywood.